What is going on, guys? Deco here, coming at you with another video. Now, it's been a little while now. I do apologize. I've been very, very sick. It was just really like a compound. I had some sort of stomach infection, which they thought was appendicitis. Ended up not being appendicitis, thankfully, but I was sick for a while. And then I caught the RSV that's been going around. So I've been pretty bedridden. I haven't been doing much designing. I am feeling very good. I started feeling good about last week, but I wasn't 100%. So now I'm coming back with you with my new video for the blog. But let's kind of discuss what I went over. So we did have our world tournament for Kuksul Wan. It's our martial arts that we take. I placed 4th place in my category for forms as well as staff spitting. I probably would have placed 3rd or 2nd in techniques had I not messed up my first technique. But it is what it is. We miss what we learn. You guys aren't here for that knowledge, but I just want to just tell it to you. So I apologize for the long delay, but it's not because I haven't been doing it. It's because I've been down functionally probably for the past 3 weeks, in and out, sick and not sick. So I have been stepping away a little bit from printing during that time, but this last week I've been really cranking it up. So I did get a new order in. It's a decent little order. It was pretty easy to set up. All they wanted was, my martial arts school has these little plastic, they're like little tees, boop, 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 and it has a piece of plastic that it holds in it, and you can kick it, and you can attach it with a like elastic belt, and you can kick it, and it's for practicing kicks. And the company that made them no longer is around. So they reached out and they're like, hey, we know you're into 3D printing and stuff. Is there any way you could design something like this for us? And I went in there, boom, there it is. Like, yeah, I can do that for you. And I gave them a price. We're still kind of like tweaking. There's like these little compression nuts for when the plastic gets kicked. Not the printed plastic, but the sheet that it holds gets kicked. Sometimes it'll pop the compression nuts out. So we're still just tweaking that down. You should be done this week, and then I'll do the print the order and give it to them. Next topic, guys, I always keep my little topics right here so that I don't miss anything. I've been doing a lot of research while I've been sick, mainly into craft fairs, what sells, what doesn't sell, what different plastics to use and whatnot. I have looked into a lot of different dual and tricolor filaments for PLA silk. Because unfortunately, if I'm going to be doing these craft fairs, it's not about what I like to print and sell. It's about what prints and sells. So I'm looking at for sure Cinderwings dragons. I don't like printing dragons. I don't think dragons are a cool thing to print, but they sell. So if you're going to do a fair, why would you not bring the thing that sells? So I'm planning to do some of the dragons. I don't know if I'm going to do them in a multicolor. I think I'm just going to use like a tricolor filament, print them in that. I've been looking around a lot of different silks and mats and stuff. I think the best ones I've seen are for matte tricolor filaments. Probably some of the Creality stuff is top of the line. Looks amazing. I've gotten a lot of suggestions about it. I've talked to a lot of people on different Facebook groups and stuff. For the tricolor filament PLA silk, there's so many that just look so great. There was one company, I think it's called like Zolosoft or I don't know. There's like companies out there. They made some really solid looking tricolor filaments. They're a little expensive, coming at about $30 to $32 a roll. So it's all just planning. I'm also looking into Zao 3D for another Patreon. A lot of their little mini dudes I follow. I think it's Dacid Prince out of New York, and he has like 128 printers in a warehouse. And that seems to be a lot of what he pushes as well. And he seems to do pretty decently at craft fairs. I don't think I want to sell them online, but for craft fairs for sure. I've been doing a lot of research into creating hinges and clasps. As you guys know, I've been working on this 3D printed Arduino case that is Lego compatible. It's my big product I'm really trying to finish. But I had designed this for Ren Fair, because we do have Ren Fair coming up, and I did want to go. And I designed this little like pirate's compass and whatever. It's cool. It's a little cheesy little thing to add to your costume. But I had designed this hinge on the back, and it was just a simple little hinge. But it's print in place, so you don't need any supports or anything. You just print it and close your compass, and there you go. Walk off with it. And I really liked that, but I wanted to incorporate it into this design. I thought, you know, let's give it a shot. Let's see what we can do. So the first iteration was one of these. I just made these little 2-inch square boxes, and I wasn't really sure how to do the clasp yet. So I just printed the hinges to see the hinge, and you know, I made a ton of them. These are great. I think I'll probably take this same design and create like a 5x6 box or 4x6 box and sell those as well, just as just a box you can use. But then I started, you know, thinking about the clasp and how can we modify it. So at first I was trying to print an entire clasp on here. Not happening. Just not happening unless I did something else, because my design was not good. The clasp was not coming out how it needed to be. But then I landed on this, and excuse the terrible, like, just absolute brutal warping I've had. I actually had a partial clog printing this, and printed another one, and it took me a little while to clean all that crap out. But here you have it. You have a box. It's simple, 2x2 print-in-place hinge with these little clasps. It's a little 3-part clasp. Opens up, closes. It actually prints like this. These clasps have little rings to them. I don't know if you can see it very well in the camera, but they just snap on, and there's actually, here, I'll take it fully apart. But it actually prints in 3 pieces, and you just clip it together, and then clip it on there, and you have a clasp. That was the simplest design I could think of. That worked really well. It comes down. You can hinge it on there. You just kind of push it on, and boom, the clasp is in place. You're good to go. There is a little bit, like, if you do that, it'll open up a little bit, which I think it's fine, but definitely what I like. I like the fact that you can click it, it holds in place, and I knew immediately when I made this, I was like, yeah, I definitely have to redesign all of my Arduino boxes now. So that's what I did, and this is the first edition. It came out. This is practically print in place. These clasps, for whatever reason on this one, are just it's not super easy to get open and closed. But they do pop open. It pops open like this. We still have the little columns, and that's to guide the board, so it sits directly in here up to your outlets. And I think the quality is just night and day difference. This whole clippable housing compared to this, which just kind of slides together and hopefully it doesn't fall apart. I think this was the best route to go. It's still a little messy. I'm still tweaking with a little bit. I have had quite a bit of issue trying to keep this flat and not warp. I've gotten some great feedback from one of the Bamboo Facebook groups. A lot of people said, hey man, that auxiliary fan is going to kill your large prints. So I turned that down to 35. Some people said turn it off. I turned mine down to 35. I have a new printing on the board right now. I can show it to you. And it looks like it's doing very well. I don't see really any warping. I also turned off cooling for the first 5 layers. I'm not doing any swaps or anything, so I think that combined with a nice 5mm brim has really fixed the warping. Anyway, back to this. Yeah, it just closes, latches up. clicks onto the Lego. This was another one where I had started slowing down. I actually noticed that there's a gap right here, and I tweaked the hinges in the design and forgot to adjust the box. So that next box, it's going to fix this gap. I also played around with some of the dimensions of these front holes. Like, the power cord does fit in here, but it's a little up. So I just shifted the bottom one up a millimeter and this top piece up a millimeter. Should even it out. I also moved some of these edges around just so you can get better access to all the little input ports. And then on the next version coming out, I reduced these posts down to just this high. You don't need them to be this high. Your board's really not going anywhere. I had thought about putting putting counter posts like on these little boxes here. They have like a counter post that comes down and sits inside the post. And I thought about it, but I was like, I put those on so that they wouldn't slide out against the lid, but really you don't need them. This top piece is so flush, and when it's clasped in place, it's still pretty good. And you see that we still have a little bit of warping here, but this next one that's almost done, probably the next hour and a half or something, that one will be better, and that'll be my final result. But I think I'm pretty much there. I need to redesign these clasps. I don't want to click it on there because they're a pain to get off. But if you notice, the clasps still have the old box design, but the box is not the same size. So the clasp is slightly bigger than the box, which isn't a real big deal, but when you're dealing with Lego, this is going to be put on probably a flat surface. So I'm thinking, luckily because these are snap-on clips, I don't have to reprint a whole new box. I can literally just pop this off, print something else, and pop it on and see. And I'm thinking just a flat clip. I'll have a really tight clip on one side that'll snap in. It'll be hard to get on and off. And then you'll just have another one that'll just pop on. And that one will be relatively easy to pop on and off in comparison. So that's pretty much what I've been working on, guys. You know me. I occasionally upload some stuff, but if I do, if I don't, whatever. I should have some more game development stuff. Viking Raiders is pretty close to being done, if that's something that you follow. We do 3D printing, we do game design, development, coding, 3D art. I don't know, this channel is just for a lot of crap. So if it's something that you like, I would appreciate your subscription, a like, send me a comment, whatnot. If not, whatever, whatever. It's out here. It's used for free, so enjoy it if you want. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. You guys take care. Bye.